You are Locked On Red Sox POSTCAST, part of Locked On Sports Boston, on the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Well, the Red Sox brought their hitting shoes to Kansas City, opened up their crucial three-game set with a 9-5 thumping of the Royals Monday night. James Paxton notched the win. Romy Gonzalez off the bench, went deep. Ceddanne Rafaela did it at the plate and did it in the field as well. We welcome you to our latest episode of the Locked On Red Sox Postcast. I'm Steve Lennox, longtime baseball play-by-play announcer, calling over 1,000 games in the minors. Spent one glorious Saturday in the show calling Padres-Dodgers from Dodger Stadium on ESPN's national radio broadcast. And Ellis Burks, one of my all-time Red Sox players. We are providing you with instant reaction every Red Sox game on the Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel, as well as the Locked On Red Sox podcast feed, which of course is free and available wherever you get your podcasts. Our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast, we're going to be talking about the Red Sox really putting together a complete win. Hitting, pitching, defense. They showed certainly what they are capable of doing each and every game. All facets of the game clicking Monday night in the win against the Royals. Jarren Duran provided a little two-out magic, and his big base hit late in the game put the Red Sox in front for good. So, if you're joining us on the Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel, I pose this to you right now, and we'll do it in segment 2 as well. If you're offering Jarren Duran right now a contract extension, where are you starting dollars and number of years? We want to hear from you. Everydayers and our first-timers, join the conversation. Watching live on the Locked On Red Sox Postcast YouTube feed, click the comments button, and you can hit us up. Where do you start with Jarren Duran? Contract extension, dollars and number of years. I think you're looking at $100 million plus to start. Our latest episode of the Locked On Red Sox Postcast is brought to you by Prize Picks, the easiest and most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. Go to prizepicks.com/LockedOnMLB. Use the code all lowercase LockedOnMLB for a first deposit match up to $100. So the Red Sox pick up the victory, 2 runs in the 6th inning to go in front 4-2. It was Jarren Duran providing the 2-out magic in that inning. And then the Sox, you can say broke it open. Final turned out to be 9-5. Royals got to the Red Sox bullpen just a little bit, but that 4-run 7th inning really taking care of business. Jarren Duran, RBI with a ground out earlier in the game, 2-run double, and he just continues to hit game in, game out, post for the Red Sox, and it came against a lefty. Zerpa can kind of be nasty against lefties, but he stayed in on the pinch, went the opposite way with it. Duran coming through in a big way. Red Sox again, 4-run 7th inning. Romy Gonzalez coming off the bench. That will be part of our numbers of the night in our third segment coming up later on our Locked On Red Sox postcast. But a nice win. You take game 1, now 3-1 on this road trip, and you build on it. You've got Bayo going against Lugo, not going to be easy on Tuesday. But you've now beaten Brady Singer twice this season. And you're seeing Singer, Lugo, Reagans. Lugo and Reagans all-stars for the American League this year in Arlington, Texas. You've beaten Singer twice. You collected 10 hits against Brady Singer. He's pitched very well in his home ballpark, Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City this year, but he's 0-2 against the Red Sox. See what you can do against Lugo. You've already got 1 win against him on the season. He goes home tonight from the ballpark understanding, hey, I've got to take care of business. I've got to do my part. But the Red Sox got a little bit of everything. We'll get into James Paxton in his night as well, but that 2-out magic, Jarren Duran against the lefty. And the Red Sox, Alex Cora loaded up the lineup with left-handed batters. So you knew likely first reliever out of the pen was going to be a left-hander for the Royals. That happened. But the Royals stayed in against Zerpa, who, again, I think is just nasty. Runs that 2-seam fastball right at the front leg of the left-handed batter or runs it over the middle of the plate to run it away from the lefty hitter. And Duran went with the pitch beautifully. Really did. Big play in this game, and it really was a big play if you consider who was on deck in the situation. If you have not seen Ceddanne Rafaela's play yet, get to it. YouTube, Twitter, X, wherever you want to go, YouTube, anywhere you want to go, you'll see Ceddanne Rafaela. A great catch in that bottom of the 6th inning against Michael Garcia. And with that, Bobby Witt was on deck in that situation. Rafaela made the catch and took care of it. Witt, the next batter, ground out to short, inning over against Paxton. And that was great to see. You had Bobby Witt up in that situation, had an RBI base hit earlier in the game. You had him up there in the 6th inning in what was a lead for the Red Sox, but he would have come to the plate. If Garcia reached in that situation after Duran came through in the top of the 6th inning, Witt was coming to the plate as the tying run. Did not happen. Instead, ground out, inning over. Red Sox take care of business, pick up the win. 3-1 on this road trip. 3-1 so far. And just like Friday night when you won the opener, when the Red Sox won the opener in Arlington against the Rangers, you're coming to the ballpark Tuesday thinking, let's clinch the series today and give ourselves an opportunity for a sweep on Wednesday. But the Red Sox, the Royals are a young team. Lugo's a veteran. Singer is starting to hit that veteran label as a pitcher. Reagan's still young. But the Red Sox, to me, Monday night, played like a veteran team across the board. And it started with a veteran pitcher on the mound in James Paxton. Again, we hit on Paxton and his night in the bullpen coming up in our next segment. But I posed it with the 2-out magic man, Jarren Duran. We'll hit on it again in the second segment. I'll give you the numbers in terms of years and dollars that I think at least is an opening salvo for the Red Sox if they're sitting down with Jarren Duran's agent at some point in time. We'll hit on that in the second segment. Where are you going? Again, hit us up, comment section on our Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel. You can also hit us up on the X as well, on the X at Lennox on Baseball. You can throw your comments in there if you are part of the podcast listenership. And if you are, we do appreciate it. We appreciate it very much. But a big victory. You take a game off, now 2.5 back of the over the Royals, 2.5 back now, or 2.5 back, or is it down to 1.5? Geez, I get my numbers mixed up here. Let's get to it real quick. Shame on me. E7, E Lennox. Let's go to the wild card. Update them real quick. 2.5. Is that updated? Believe it is. So, you cut into that number. And at the very least, you pick up a game and maybe you pick up at least one more over the next couple of days. Lugo again, not going to be easy Tuesday night. Lost my train of thought there. But you cut into this deficit right now. And Royals, again, a young team, youthful team, play great baseball at home. And they've been playing terrific baseball. They had a great month of July. You sort of kept Bobby Witt quiet, even though Witt delivered with an RBI single early on against James Paxton. Take this, run with it. Feel good about it. As the Royals lose the opener to the Red Sox, and the Red Sox picking up the victory, now 9 over 500. That's down to a game and a half. I don't think they've updated those on ESPN.com. I apologize for that. So 60 wins now, and that'll be a part of our numbers of the night as well. 60th win on the season for the Sox, 9 over 500. 3-1 against the Royals. Win one more game, and you've got the tiebreak come October against Kansas City. That could be big. You've already got it against the Seattle Mariners. Sox have now won 4 of 5, 7-9 since the All-Star break, and 10 games over 500 away from home. Still a game under 500 at Fenway, but 10 games over 500. That's not going away. Yes, 1-5 road trip to open up after the All-Star break, losing 3 in a row against the Dodgers, losing 2 out of 3 to the Rockies. We'll keep revisiting that because splitting against the White Sox earlier in the season in Chicago and dropping 2 of 3 to the Rockies at Coors Field, those are tough series. Not that they come back to bite you, but you just look at it and you're like, oh, man, if you took 2 out of 3 or 3 out of 4 from the White Sox on the south side of Chicago and then 2 out of 3, you're in a little bit of a better position than you are right now. But 9 games over 500, you take it, you run with it. Rafi extended his hit streak to 12 in a row. And how about Masa Yoshida? We're going to talk about the Sox hitters coming up in our next segment. But again, pose the question to you if you want to hit us up on the comments section, part of the Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel. Where are you starting with Jarren Duran with a contract extension? Going to get into that as well. But Devers extending the hit streak. Massey, big night at the plate. 18 hits total for the Red Sox as they put up 9 runs in a series opening victory against the Kansas City Royals at Kauffman Stadium. Hey, our Locked On Red Sox postcast discussing the Red Sox series opening victory against the Royals in Kansas City is presented by Liquid IV. Summertime, for me, yes, our national pastime, baseball, the salty snacks. But after you have that hot dog or chow down on that popcorn, what do you want next? You want the ice cream, you want the popsicles. Well, when we're talking about America's pastime, don't forget to hydrate with Liquid IV's Popsicle Firecracker flavor, a surefire summertime hit. Get hydrated with electrolytes, essential vitamins, and clinically tested nutrients from the #1 provider, hydration brand in America. Because baseball and summer go together like Liquid IV and indulgent hydration. Blast off with the iconic summer flavor of Popsicle Firecracker, a festive blend of citrus-fueled lemon lime, tart cherry, and raspberry flavors. Find all your favorite flavors on their website, from acai berry to lemon lime to pina colada. Tear, pour, live more. One stick, 16 ounces of water, hydrates better than water alone. 3 times the electrolytes of the leading sports drinks, 8 essential vitamins and nutrients, always non-GMO, vegan, gluten-free, dairy-free, and soy-free. No more thirsty summers when you indulge in hydration with Liquid IV. Get 20% off your first order of Liquid IV when you go to liquidiv.com and use the code MLB at checkout. That's 20% off your first order when you shop Better Hydration today. Use promo code MLB at liquidiv.com. Steve Lennox with you on the X at Lennox on Baseball. We're glad you're with us on the Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, Locked On Red Sox with Gabby Hurlbut, Monday through Friday. Gabby will be talking about the Red Sox victory, one of our latest shows. Keep Willier. We're going to get into Keep Jarren Duran in just a moment. Sox, 6 more extra base hits in Monday night's victory. Now at least 1 extra base hit in 47 straight games. I know I'm doing numbers here. Sam Ekstrom, who helps me out with Locked On, I've told him no number zone in segment 2. I've gone away from that already. Rafael Devers now has a 12-game hit streak. Extended that hit streak in the 5th inning with a single. Devers had another base hit in the game as well. Scored on a wild pitch. And he now has 8 multi-hit games during his hit streak. And how about Masa Yoshida? Yoshida came into Monday night's game in a bit of a funk. 0 for 16. Well, he broke out of that in a big way. Yoshida, a pair of singles and a couple of doubles. 18 hits total for the Red Sox in the win. 9-5 final. Devers again extending his hit streak. Duran, let's get into Duran in just a moment. But let's get into James Paxton for a moment. James Paxton gave up a base hit in the 1st inning. Bobby Witt Jr. hit into a double play. 6-4-3, got the next out. Gave up a base hit to the leadoff hitter in the 2nd. Paxton struck out a couple in that 2nd inning. Ran into trouble as Bobby Witt Jr. had an RBI single in the 3rd, and then Massey, a 2-out triple in the 4th inning off Paxton, and it looked like he was going to get out of the inning. A little squibber up the first base side. He could not field it cleanly to get it to the first baseman, Dominic Smith. 2nd run scored, game tied 2-2. And then Duran came through a little bit later. Rafaela helped him out in the 5th inning, ended up working a 1-2-3 5th, and then worked a 1-2-3 6th inning as well. Paxton, 6 innings, picked up the win. 2 earned runs allowed, 5 hits, walked 1, struck out 4. Love the 1 walk. Red Sox pitchers have done a terrific job. Top 3 in Major League Baseball and the fewest walks allowed so far this season. And Paxton in that 6th inning, 3rd time through the lineup. Opponents are hitting at a nice clip. Well, 0 for 5, 3rd time through the lineup for the Royals. Didn't get any farther than that in the lineup. But in that 6th inning, a strikeout, a pop out, and a little squibber. 1, 2, 3, 6th inning, that was it. In that 6th inning, he threw a couple of changeups to right-handed batters, and it was a nice time to break it out. Nesson reference, first of the night. Will Middlebrook said, oh, look at that. Third time through, little wrinkle, throwing a changeup. Threw one to Bobby Witt Jr., I believe, and Aaron Garcia too, to the right-handed batters. And it was great to see. He threw a lot of breaking balls. Something different. His fastball was up there, 93, 94 miles an hour, but a lot of breaking balls. And Paxton did his job over 6 innings. That was a veteran. Going out there, game one of a series. You're looking to pick up a victory in game one against a team that you're looking up at in the wild card standings, in the Royals. That was a veteran outing for James Paxton. Cooper Criswell's pitched real well of late. Criswell gave it up a little bit. Just a little bit. Not a ton, but just a little bit. Just a little bit. Sims used. Garcia also used as well. Try to get to the scoreboard here. Let's get to it. There we go. Just want to look at the relievers real quick. Criswell has been outstanding of late. And went 2/3 of an inning, gave up 2 earned runs on 3 hits. And I think Mike Monaco and Will Middlebrook said, hey, 6 innings from Paxton, maybe Criswell is your guy for the next 3. Got 2 outs in that 7th inning, chasing the game. Lucas Sims came on, got an out. Sims can, I'm sure, go again Tuesday through just 4 pitches. He's done his job so far. In relief, 3 outings for Sims, and he's come in with runners on base in a couple of the outings. Garcia, inning in the 3rd, gave up a home run to Pasquantino, and then Boozer got the final 2 outs. Walked a hitter. Boozer got the final 2 outs. So you use the righties, and then you use Boozer to get the final 2 outs, the lefty, in that 9th inning. But Paxton, nice job. Picks up the win. And again, a veteran performance in what was a game 1 victory against a team that you're chasing right now in the wild card standings. Was in control. Even giving up the 2 runs early on, you felt he's going to be able to give you 6. And that's what it is right now. They touched on Nick Pivetta a little bit, and I listened to Pavetta's comments after the game Sunday. Hey, the bullpen did the job, and the bullpen did do the job. But Alex Cora has basically said, I'm going, and they touched on it again. Will Middlebrooks. I love Will Middlebrooks on the NESN broadcast. Alex Cora is allowed to manage based on gut and feel of the game. Did it with Pivetta on Sunday, took him out with 2 outs in the 5th inning, was 1 out away from qualifying for the victory. Bullpen took care of the rest against the Rangers on Sunday as they clinched the series. He allowed Paxton to go the full 6 innings. 3rd time through the lineup, and you had their big guys up there. If he gives up a hit to the 1st or 2nd batter of that inning, maybe it's a different story. Maybe you're into the bullpen that much sooner. I think Sims was up in the 6th inning, ready to go if called upon. But Paxton does the job. At bat of the night, Cedar Rafaela in front of Jarren Duran. When Duran came through in the 6th inning, that was great. And he took the extra base as the Royals were slow to get the ball to the infield. But Jarren Duran, for me, at bat of the night, against a lefty in Zerpa. Angel Zerpa can be tough against left-handed batters. But the Red Sox left-handed batters really did a nice job in terms of staying in on him. And I think 3 of the lefty batters had hits against him. But Jarren Duran, the 2-out, 2-run double in the 6th inning, that is our at-bat of the night. If you have a different one, hit us up. Hit the comment button on the Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel, or hit us up on X if you're on the podcast. What was the at-bat of the night, in your opinion? Duran, for me, that's it. Makes all the sense in the world. So the question posed, you are playing Craig Breslow. You were talking to Jarren Duran's agent. Pose this already. Want some comments. What's your opening proposal on a contract extension for Duran and his agent? Duran, 28 in early December. Breakout season. He's going to be top 3 or 4 in MVP. I don't even want to say top 5 because he's not top 5. Right now, this series, I'm not conceding anything to Aaron Judge, but right now, this series has Bobby Witt Jr. and Jarren Duran. It might be Judge, Witt Jr., and Duran, 1, 2, 3. It might be Witt Jr. winning it and winning the MVP. But Duran, for me, is top 3. I don't even want to waste my breath saying top 5. But Duran, again, going to be 28. Can you do 6 years and $120 million to start with Jarren Duran? 6 years, 120. It equals out to $20 million a year. I'm not giving that to him in 2025. I slowly escalate it to $120 million. So he's going to be paid big time in years 4, 5, and 6. Remember, Cedar Rafaela, earlier in the year, Rafaela got $8 and $50. He's a couple of years younger. So Duran is going to be 28. Rafaela is 23. So there's a 4 years difference right there. But 6 and 120, again, give him a nice bump for the first year of the deal for 2025, and then you lock him up. You'll take away his arbitration years, and if he's top 2 or 3 in MVP this year, you go to arbitration with Jarren Duran, he's going to get a huge raise anyway. It'll be well over $5 million next year, I would think. I don't know what his agent would bring, but if he's a top 3 in MVP, Jarren Duran's going to get paid as early as 2025. So 6 and 120. Does that make sense? Too high, too low? Again, hit us up. Comment section, Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel. That conversation is going to have to start happening at some point, and it may already have started happening. Breslow extended. Cedar Rafaela. Where's Jarren Duran in that mix? He's not eligible for free agency until after the 28 season. So you've got him locked up after this year for the next 4. 25, 26, 27, 28. Did the math in my head right there. Didn't use my fingers. 6 and 120 seems reasonable. I say that with a chuckle as I say it. Wow, 6 and 120. $20 million a year. Again, you average it out at $20 million over that time. It used to be, I remember Curtis Granderson was 4 and 60. 15 a year. Now you're looking at 20. He may want 25 a year. But he also may understand, I'm in Boston. This is where I want to be. Team commits to me. I commit to the team. That's 6 years. Age 34, age 35. Maybe there's a couple of years on the end that are options for years 7 and 8. But a legit 6-year deal for Jarren Duran, conversation's got to start at some point. I'm not scoreboard watching, but I'm really scoreboard watching. Twins won over the Cubs at Wrigley 3-0 on Monday. Orioles off, Yankees off. Sox right now 6 games back of both the Orioles and the Yankees in the AL Eastern Division. Hey, Locked On Sports Today is here 24/7, covering the top sports stories of the day with the local experts on Locked On, plus our national shows covering every league. Find Locked On Sports Today, now available on the free Fire TV Channels app. Coming up, numbers of the night, a couple little tidbits as well. Stick with us. Locked On Red Sox Postcast brought to you by Prize Picks, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app with over 5 million active members. Prize Picks is the easiest and most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. Unlike other apps, on Prize Picks, simple. You against the numbers. That easy. You against the numbers. All you have to do is pick more or less on 2 to 6 player projections with their stats. Watch the winnings roll in. Get in on the daily action with your friends and become part of the Prize Picks community today. You can now win up to 100 times your money on Prize Picks with as little as 4 correct picks. You can turn your $10 into $1,000. If you're looking for promotions, Prize Picks has got you covered every week. From lowering select snap projections on Tuesdays to help your lineup hit, or getting your entry feedback if you have a losing lineup on Fridays. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use the code LOCKEDONMLB for a first deposit match up to $100. That's code LOCKEDONMLB on Prize Picks for a deposit match up to $100. Prize Picks, pick more, pick less. It is that easy. All right, numbers of the night coming up. What's on tap as well as we look at the pitching matchup, Bayo and Lugo for Game 2 of the series, as the Sox will come to the ballpark on Tuesday looking to clinch the series against the Kansas City Royals. I want to thank our sponsors, Liquid IV and Prize Picks. Steve Lennox, Locked On Red Sox Postcast, part of the Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel. Locked On Sports Boston, your team every day. So we do this from time to time, and I try to do it every Monday, but there are a lot of off days on Mondays. Had the All-Star break. Call it our Monday minor league mention. That's what we're going with. Mikey Romero stuck out this past weekend. Romero right now, single A Greenville. He's playing for the Greenville Drive. Since July 20th, Romero, 8 home runs, 21 runs batted in, 858 OBS, on base and slugging, plus 281 hitter on the season, 33 extra base hits. Romero, 6 straight multi-hit games, including 2 4-hit games mixed in there. Red Sox selecting Romero, 24th overall in the 22 MLB draft out of Orange Lutheran High School in Orange, California, Olu. He played for a great high school baseball coach, just recently retired from Orange Lutheran. Mikey Romero played for Eric Borba. Had a chance to meet him a few years ago doing the National High School Invitational in Cary, North Carolina at the USA Baseball Complex. Still talk to Eric Borba today. To this day, his son is playing at the University of Texas, and Romero played for Eric Borba at Orange Lutheran High School. So again, Mikey Romero kind of sticking out this weekend. 8 home runs, 21 runs batted in since July 20th. That is our Monday minor league mention. Let's get into numbers of the night. Romy Gonzalez, pinch hit 2-run home run, and the Red Sox 4-run 7th inning. At that point, breaking the game open, Royals got close. Red Sox end up taking the opener 9-5. So in a pinch this season, numbers of the night, Red Sox pinch hitters, 27 hits, 13 extra base hits, 24 runs knocked in, and now with Romy Gonzalez going deep with a man on in that 4-run 7th inning Monday night, 4 pinch hit home runs for the Red Sox this season. 4. And Gonzalez has the last 2. The last one coming in Miami in early July. So, again, pinch hitters this season for the Sox, productive off the bench. Let's give you the number 60. Red Sox 60th win on the season, Monday night, taking the opener against the Royals. It just so happens that they won their 60th last season on August 10th in a 2-0 victory at Fenway against the Kansas City Royals. So the Red Sox now 60 wins on the season, 9 games over 500. Pick up a game on the Royals in the wild card standings, and now 2.5 back. Got that right? That's not right. It's 1.5. They don't have it right on the standings page for some reason. See if they have the updated standings. Yeah, they do there. They don't have it on the wild card. So it's a game and a half. Take one more look at that. But again, 60th win on the season for the Red Sox as they pick it up. And again, pick up that game. 9 games over 500. So what's next? What's on tap? Bello and Lugo, pitching matchup for Game 2 of the series. Bello, his 10th win of the season against the Royals, just before the All-Star break. He has not picked up a win since. So Bello goes, 2 games left in the series. And Brian Bello, again, 10 wins on the season, ERA over 5. Bello gets the start against Seth Lugo. Lugo took the loss at Fenway, Game 2 of the series against the Red Sox back on July 13th. Red Sox won that game by a score of 5-0. Lugo, AL All-Star. He's had a terrific year. He really has. In that outing against the Sox at Fenway on July 13th, gave up home run to Rafi Devers in the 5th inning, went 5 innings, gave up 10 hits and 5 earned runs. Dom Smith, 2 hits, 2 RBIs in his career against Seth Lugo. They played together with the Mets organization. Devers, couple of hits, including a home run. Danny Jansen, see if he's in the lineup. He's got a home run in his career at bats against Seth Lugo. Last time out, Lugo in Detroit, last Thursday, 8 innings, 1 earned run, 3 Ks, 14 ground ball outs. When he's on, he's getting the ground ball outs. Let's see how that plays out Tuesday night at Kauffman Stadium. If he's getting ground ball outs early on against the Red Sox, he likes to induce early contact. Let's see if he's able to put that game plan together on Tuesday. The win last Thursday at Detroit against the Tigers, his 13th win of the season, had a complete game effort against the White Sox and gave up just 1 run back on July 21st. Bello, again, picked up the victory. That was in the final game of that series, in the final game before the All-Star break on that Sunday against the Royals. Gave up 2 home runs, both solo shots, went 6 1/3 innings, gave up 3 earned runs total on 7 hits, walked 1, struck out 3. But he did work into the 7th inning against the Royals in his start back in July at Fenway Park. MJ Melendez, not in there right now. 3 hits, RBI in his career against Bello. Hunter Renfroe, former Red Sox hitter, 2 for 10 in his career against Bello. And Bobby Witt is just 1 for 5. in his career against Brian Bayo as well. Big start for Bayo. Go home tonight, go back to the hotel, feel good about the Red Sox taking game one, keep the momentum going. First pitch, 8:10 Eastern on Tuesday night. Red Sox win Tuesday, you win the series, and you've picked up 2 games in the wild card standings against the Royals. That will be mission accomplished. So the Red Sox have now won 4 of 5. Will Middlebrook said it on the NESN telecast late. Boys came to play. That they did. 9 runs, 18 base hits in the win for the Red Sox. Give you one more number of the night. Every hitter in the lineup, including pinch hitter Romy Gonzalez, had at least 1 hit. 6 different batters in the lineup on Monday night with a multi-hit game as well. Maso Yoshida, 2 singles and a couple of doubles. Remember, he entered the game on an 0 for 16 slide. As Will Middlebrook said, once again, in the Red Sox victory, summing it up, the boys came to play. Let's see if they come to play again at Kauffman Stadium on Tuesday night. We do thank you for making Locked On Red Sox Postcast your first listen every day. We are free and available wherever you get your podcast, and also with the Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel. We are on within minutes of the last out of every Red Sox game going forward for the rest of the regular season, maybe a deep run into October as well. But as soon as the last out is recorded on Tuesday night at Kauffman Stadium, game 2 of the 3-game series between the Red Sox and the Royals, we will be going live within minutes of that final out to discuss the Red Sox and Royals game 2 of the 3-game set. Locked On Sports Boston is your number one place to hang out immediately after every game. Locked On Sports, your team every day. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel. Also subscribe to the Locked On Red Sox podcast feed as well. The podcast feed available wherever you get your podcasts.